Yeah, he gonna heal me. Guess what it's gonna be tomorrow? Gonna heal you. What's gonna be the next day? Gonna heal you. You will always be in the process of being healed but never healed. And then we get a nerve to get mad at God. Give me some knowledge and understanding. Are y'all ready? Okay, so the first breakdown thing that I gotta do, development of mental persuasion. I gotta be persuaded in my mind, amen? Then I gotta discover the manifested process. I gotta understand what does God want me to do to get my reward, amen? Then I gotta be this meticulous pursuit. I gotta get in pursuit and do what God tells me to do, not just sit around and procrastinate. That's one of the greatest spirits that are moving around the church right now, procrastination. Folks will sit there and know what to do and say, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it next week. Oh, how you think you can get the job? It's just going to fall through the roof and hit you in the head. No, you got to go out and fill out the application so God can move on the application for you. The car's not coming to your house. Sit there, all you want is not coming. Until you go out to the lot, sign the paper, believe and fill out the contract, and put it on the car and give God an opportunity to move for you, it ain't going to happen. But we know the process, but we never step into it. You're going to have to do some things if you're going to come out of which. And the thing is, don't get mad at God. You got yourself in trouble. But he's giving you a way to come out of trouble. Amen. And you get mad because he ain't moving. But won't God hurry up and do it? I've been going to church. It ain't about going to church. It's about using what you learned in church. That's right. A lot of people say, well, I go to church every Sunday. It ain't about, well, what do you get? What are you getting when you come to church? What do you really get? And most folk want to go to church so they can just tell folk, yeah, I went to church. They say, oh, you did? That's a good thing. Yeah, that's a good thing. No, and you can still go back to your defeated lives saying you went to church. And that's what makes people pick on you. Look at them. They doing worse than me. And they go over there going to that church. And they talking all that church stuff. But you ain't doing nothing. God wants you to move out. You can't move from where you are until you start packing. Have you found somewhere to go yet? Nope. You think it's just going to wake up and boop, hit you in the head. Okay? And number 4 is I'm going to have the material proof in my hand. Amen? Now, here go the 7 things. Now, I told you that if you grab hold of these 7 keys, you can leave delivered today. Because deliverance, watch this, deliverance does not start in your life until it starts in your head. Yes. Oh, Lord, amen. Lord, Lord, amen. I can preach the whole Bible to you. Until you get delivered in your mind, deliverance will never happen in your life. Amen. Point number 1. The keys I need for breakthrough. As I prepare for breakthrough, point number 1 is saturation of revelation. I've got to be saturated in the revelation of the word. I want to take you to that one because I got to show you. This is what will help you get delivered. If you get your mind together right now, you can leave delivered. Today. Not wait on it tomorrow. Not hoping and believing to get delivered. You can leave with the deliverance and the power right now. Go to Psalms 1. I got to take you there. I'll talk you through some of the others, but this one you got to understand. I can leave delivered today. Guaranteed. Because it's in your mind. That's how the devil got a lot of us locked up. It's in your mind. He's still telling you, you ain't nothing. Because you made some mistakes. We've all made mistakes. The Bible said we've all come short of the glory of God. But you still listen to the devil and you ain't listening to the word. Jesus asked his disciples, he said, whose report you going to believe? Too many of us believe in the devil's report just because it's physical. Amen? You got Psalms 1? Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doeth he meditate when? Day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaves also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. Why is this stuff prospering? Why is he a tree like the water? Because he's meditating in the word day and night. That's called saturation. I've got to get to a place that this word becomes more realer than the stuff that I see. Now, I'm talking to those folk that want to change in their life. All y'all that just wanted to go to church, you already got your reputation. It's already there. You can tell folk you came to church. But I'm telling the folk, talking to the folk now, you said, I'm tired of where I am. I'm going to use the principles of God. I want to change in my life. I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of bill to bill, paying paycheck to paycheck. Wouldn't it be nice to just pay all your bills for the month with the first check? Amen. And maybe enjoy the other ones? To go on a real vacation? Amen. Oh, no, I don't want to mess with y'all. Something popped up. See, the thug popped up in my mind. I gotta keep him down. He'd get crazy. Watch this. To have a real vacation. One of the ones you pack your suitcases and fly to. But the Lord promised you these kind of overflows. But until you get tired of where you are, you'll never get there. And a lot of people throw rocks. Now where you mess up at, don't throw rocks at other folk that are already doing it. You learn from them folk how they processed it and made it happen. The Bible tells us in Hebrews 6 and 12 that be not slothful, be your follower of them through faith and patience, already inherit the promises. So instead of throwing rocks at folk that got stuff, I learned what they do. I want to know their process. When I learned that they started focusing on the word, when you see folk in church and they writing down stuff, they buying CDs and they're focusing on stuff, and that's all they talking is word all the time, and you sitting there, when you get out of church, you say, oh, you doing that stuff Pastor John told you to do. you see that stuff, come on, we ain't in church right now, put that away. They say, oh, no, I'm going to stay on this. I'm going to see what the Lord going to do. Because the Bible says, he said, put me to the test and prove me. God's telling you, test me out and see won't I do what I said I'm going to do. But most of us never test God. We say what God say in church because it sounds good because everybody's saying it. But what about when you at home and you just bounce a check? Can you still say I'm abundantly supplied? When you look in your refrigerator and you don't see nothing but the back of the refrigerator, can you still say I've got more than enough? Now watch this. Me saying that the refrigerator is empty does not change the refrigerator from being empty. But if I learn how to speak and call those things to be not as though they were, what I say will change what will be in there in the future. Amen. And y'all say, well, he can say that now. You know, he the preacher, he doesn't, No, I was homeless twice. Sleeping in my car. Down dead end streets, had nowhere to go. I know I stuck to this. I had no choice. I'm trying to teach you so you don't get to that place that you have no choice. I had no choice. I ain't had nothing else. I ain't had no money. You ain't gonna eat. You ain't got no money. You ain't gonna eat. You ain't get no apartment. You ain't got no money. I ain't had no choice but to trust God. Say, I tried everything else. I might as well just try again. And when I gave him my whole heart, and I'm in the car, sleeping in the car, 90 degrees at night, sweating, cracking the windows, down dead end streets, sleeping in the car. I'm like, God, I thank you that your promises are yea and amen to the glory of God. Thank you, God, that I'm already, and I'm imagining myself, because the Bible tells us, cast down imagination, every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing every thought to the captivity to the obedience of Christ. My thought process has power. What you imagine has power. That's why the devil don't want you to dream. He wants you to focus on your here and now. But when you learn how to dream, I showed y'all that this week. I helped the visitors here with what's going on. Now, when you get a car, when you see the car, you say, I don't see many of these cars. But as soon as you buy it, you start to see them pop up everywhere. Have that ever happened for you before? You said, man, I didn't know there was this many of them in town. They've always been there. But until you bought one and put your focus on it, then they popped up and you were able to see them, even though they had already been there. The same thing happens with the plan of God. When you focus on being blessed, everything you need to be blessed is already around. It's already there, but you didn't notice it because you never focused on it. And that's why the devil wants you to focus on poverty, and you always keep on finding another complaint. Because here you go. If it ain't one thing, it's a... Because you focusing on problems, you're going to see more problems. But when you started focusing on the promise, you'll see more promises. He's already made a way for you to come out. But until you learn how to focus, dream. What does it cost you to dream to see yourself on the cruise ship? Yes. What does it cost you to dream and see yourself on that? Because your dreams have power. Oh, Lord, y'all messing with me in here. You know your dream have power. Before y'all hooked up, you was dreaming about it. And it drove you to it. Oh, we just failed. No, you didn't fail. Y'all pictured that thing in your head before you even got there. Oh, y'all trying to play me now. Y'all got the real Jethro today. we just fell. No, you didn't fall. You fell out of the house and fell into the car. You fell with a suitcase with some extra clothes and fell down the road and fell at the motel and fell at the counter, fell out your wallet with some money, fell with the room key upstairs, fell in the bed, fell out of your clothes, fell on top of each other. That's a lot of falls. You sort it out in your mind. And whatever we picture in our mind, God gives us the power because that's how we're created to make it happen. Now let me ask you a question. Have you ever been to the place, this is one of the things that I live by right here. Have you ever been in a place where when you needed a lump sum of money and it was more than normal and y'all pressed and worked and you made it happen? Amen. You brought the money up and the favor and it was enough. Now, God began to minister to me and show me now, what would it be like if you stayed in emergency all the time? Yes. That even you didn't need the extra, you kept thinking of extra, and what you caused to create naturally, and the favor of God made you have an abundance. So even though I don't have an emergency, I stay in a state of an emergency because when I'm in a state of an emergency, I'm focused on more, and more always produce. You know, you said, well, where did I get all this extra money to pay this extra bill? When I thought I was just struggling and just making it by. Because you focused on more, then guess what happened? More came. Okay, I got you. Number one is saturation of revelation. I got to stay saturated in the word. Amen? Are y'all with me? Number one is what? Saturation of revelation. Good class. Number two is supernatural reliance. Supernatural reliance. What that mean? I depend on God, not on me.